Shalom. Before we begin, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us this truth daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I want to say to you Shalom. To the few sisters out there that's listening, and we want to say to you Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Before the video, we was talking about the situation going on in Gary, Indiana, which is, by the way, this brother's hometown. And we were just chopping it up about how he's still in contact with people from Gary and the conditions up there. And it's bad. And all this is, and I agree with the elder when he said this, he said that this was a test run because he wanted to see how much he could push the envelope before you people crash out. That's what he's trying to do. All this is for research purposes on behalf of Esau Edom. This ain't nothing but another New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina. This is another Flint, Michigan. See what I'm saying? And all these test runs, this is another Philadelphia. This is another Chicago back in the day when the military was literally raining chemicals down on the people in Chicago, I think, at one point. And then they bombed a city in Pennsylvania, I think. But this ain't nothing but Esau doing what he do. This was orchestrated. They said that they think this freak storm that came through, Esau had a hand in it.
99, it was what, 99 miles per hour wind, man.
That's what I'm saying. Esau had a hand in this. This man is he's modifying the weather. And this ain't nothing new because this goes all the way back to the Korean War when they was modifying the weather to make it rain all the time to flush the Koreans out of those trenches and caves and stuff, and the United States still lost. You got something, bro?
Yeah, with that Indiana situation, that's just that, like the brother said, that's definitely a test run. And we all know this. You know, that's how Esau, that's why Esau has not said nothing about this, because our people, 85% of Gary is predominantly black, man. You know, and for these people to be out there crying out and nobody's coming in, it's been people even trying to go there, trying to connect with the governor, trying to take people food over there. Now they're not allowing these people to go over there. They even had a NIPSCO van that went out to go do some work to get some lights cut back on. And a mysterious van pulled up and shot the truck up. They didn't shoot the people, they shot the truck up, man. So you know that there's something suspicious going on over there to where they want these people to go through this thing, man. And I want to pull up Psalms 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately, they say, who shall see them? And we know that these people doing this because like they did with the Haiti situation with Katrina, they set these people up and left these people out there for dead, man. You know, and this right here is like a precursor to Jacob's trouble. Because the longer this thing goes on, that's the more you're going to start to see looting and robberies, which some of those things have already been occurring over there. People getting their generators stolen, getting food stolen from them. You Eves over there scared to go in your house. You don't have that same spirit that you had a couple of months ago, that I don't need a man spirit. Now you scared to go in your own house because you scared Pookie and Ray Ray in there waiting to get at you for what you did to them a couple of months back. You know, so this is just the tip of the iceberg, and know that this is going to trickle down because they're talking about 18 months of darkness because the infrastructure, the electricity here is weak, man. You know, the generators, they're not going to be able to produce so much, and that they are able to be hacked even if you're 12 years old. So they letting you know that they're up to something behind the scenes, man. That predictive programming. When they tell you certain things before it happen, whether it's through the news, TV shows, cartoons, whatever it is. That's how come a lot of you people think The Simpsons predicted a lot of things, but in reality, that's this man showing you what he's going to do before he does it. But at the end is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai allowing him to do so, because the will of the Father is that this place goes down, and a lot of you people are about to catch dire straits, man. You see a lot of people perplexed right now.
Yep.
And this is the beginning. beginning of many sorrows to come in America, man. It starts off in little small cities like that, and then it spreads out.
See, the root of your confusion lies in you trusting Esau. If you see this base man for who he really is, there's no confusion whatsoever. But see, y'all trusting in this man, and he keeps disappointing you. Now the thing is about the Simpsons, and he right. The Simpsons is an extension of Esau's pride. He's emboldened enough to tell you what he's finna do in your face. But you just process it as entertainment. No. Every time this man come out with some shit, like I seen a news article saying that in certain spots of the United States you can expect 18 months blackout. Experts say. They never tell you who these experts are, so you can call or get in contact with them to verify if this information is even valid. This is Esau telling you what he's about to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to understand that this is how this man communicates with you without telling on himself, so he thinks. But you got to think, every time something happens, don't nobody know nothing, Esau is behind it. And the fact that he hadn't come out with an official statement about Gary in Indiana, that's an implication of his guilt right there. Because anytime he's hesitant to speak on something, he's trying to figure out a lie.
Mm-hmm. And once upon a time, when something would happen like this, America had allies that can come in and help. Like Canada, would have been one of those allies that would have came and helped you Americans out. But look what your president did. He pushed that they are our allies. So you won't get no outside help from no allies that we once had, man. And that leaves you high and dry, on top of your government leaving you high and dry and letting you know that they waging war against you. Because like I said before, they still got the Insurrection Act in effect where they are waging war against you civilians, man. In many ways, and this is one of the ways. And another thing, you had never in your life seen all the recalls on food that you've been seeing in the past month. Even recall on dog food. Dogs going blind off of dog food, man. Eggs being recalled for E. coli and salmonella. Beef. They pulling beef out off the shelves, and they just introduced yesterday. I seen an article, artificial beef. They approved it. Now you people finna go in these stores and get this food that's laced with cancer and all type of other madness, man. So this man is setting up the plate. There's not really no recalls. They're taking that food. They're taking that real food and introducing you to fake food in these stores.
Exactly.
And don't be surprised when you see a spike in sicknesses, man.
Exactly.
A large spike in sicknesses is what you're about to see because of this food situation, man.
Y'all seen how Trump tried to dress it up and repackage it to you like it's a good thing. He's saying that he's getting this beef from other countries and he's not putting tariffs on them to relieve Americans and relieve you in your pocketbooks as far as giving you cheaper meat from other countries.
Who's dealing with America?
He's painting this as being a good thing, but no, like he said, they taking the real meat and giving you this lab-grown stuff because the FDA, they'll approve anything if the check clears. Mm-hmm. We all know how the FDA get down. You can't trust nothing they approve because if they approve it, it's probably to your detriment.
Mm-hmm. And you know how we know they taking the food and keeping it for themselves, and they not going to be eating this Frankenstein food that they got out here? You have to go all the way back to COVID, man. You got to go back to COVID when they was pushing that shot, right? And they was going on live television with those retractable needles, acting like they was taking that juice, but they really wasn't, to convince you people that it's safe, that you go out there and take it. Now look at a lot of these people out here that done got sick. You pretty much walking around as a virus.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't no telling because you had different jabs have different effects on different people. So you don't know what kind of time bomb they injected into you. You don't know how much time you got because the first time they did the analysis, they said that the jab took 5 years off your life.
Mm-hmm.
The second time they did this study, they said that the jab takes 28 years off your life. So you walk around here on borrowed time trusting your government.
Yeah. And you see what happened when they gave that analysis, right? The sudden death syndrome came up.
Yeah,
When you started seeing people who took that shot that took 28 years off their life.
Gone.
Just like that, man.
And what did they do? What did they do when people start dropping dead? They start telling lies. They start making excuses for it. They saying, like they had this doctor on TV and they asked him about an athlete that had recently passed as a football player. The doctor said that the football player took blunt force hit to the chest. I'm like, okay, I give you that. I give you that one.
A lot of them
What about the basketball players? What about the track stars? What about the soccer players?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't take blunt force hits to the chest. And a lot of these soccer players, it's like the elder said, these are some of the most fit people on the planet. Because the average game, they run 7 miles. So you mean to tell me somebody that's able to run 7 miles in a short period of time like that could just drop dead?
Cardiac arrest.
In the prime of their life, 19, 20-year-old athletes, in the prime, the best condition you could ever be in, just drop dead. And they ain't got no excuse for it, but they're going to give it a name. That's it. So, and then when they finally got caught, when they put Dr. Fauci on the stand, he coming with the Fifth Amendment. We told y'all, well, we didn't tell you. The Bible told you, Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
So these people are showing you that they are very well beyond capable of setting you up to die and assume no accountability or no responsibility for it. And that takes us to a scripture, I think it's in Zechariah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to pull out that Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 for you as well. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Why you think they pretty much had people signing waivers towards this shot, man? Because they knew that shit was gonna fuck y'all up, man. They knew it. And for you not to be able to sue them, they hit you with that paperwork.
Yeah.
And out of fear,
NBA.
and stupidity and ignorance, you went out and was like, I trust my enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and sign this and take this shot because the FDA approved it and said that it's healthy. When they came up with it just like that, man, shot take years to come up with.
5 to 10 years for a vaccine to be developed. But they had this pretty much
In the first
2 weeks after COVID hit. They already had this snake piss ready for you. And then they made you sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. You can't tell nobody. You can't sue nobody. Why was that not a red flag to you people?
And y'all was walking around like when that COVID shit was taking place. Y'all was all around like, we seen this in the movies. Like we said before, it was that predictive programming, man. I'm going to read the definition for that. And they call it a conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy. There's no such thing as conspiracy, man. Predictive programming is a conspiracy theory which claims that governments or elite groups use movies, books, and TV shows to subtly condition the public to accept future societal changes, disasters, or stage events before they actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do, man.
That's what they do.
You see it in all these movies, even with the MOTV. You seen that in many movies. And now look where we headed to. They getting ready to push that out full-fledged. Where you're not going to be able to do nothing in life without that chip, you know? And that thing with Gary. With them stores being empty and stuff like that, they had to throw everything out because the power is out. Wait till they just automatically just cut the power off and them grocery stores be empty. That's when a lot of you people, you're going to deal with it for a couple of days. That's if things get back to normal over there as of right now as far as lights coming back on and motherfuckers being able to put food back in their house. But when they shut that stuff off, man, for real, y'all gonna go for it for a couple of days and then that spirit gonna hit you. Then you're gonna be out here looking for somebody to take down to feed you and yours, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even if somebody you call a friend that's near dear on you, you gonna turn your back on them, man.
Y'all don't understand 2nd Ezra chapter 15 to
Yeah.
16 right around the corner. But this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich in their own shepherds, pity them not. These people will murder you and blame you for your own murder to escape accountability, to escape being called the murderer, being labeled the murderer. That's why they're using that's why they're weaponizing everything. Esau, all his science, all his technology is aimed at two things: how to control you or how to murder you if you don't comply. So I'm still trying to figure out why was all those red flags not a red flag in your mind. They even had cackling Kamala Harris come out telling you to trust the science. And I don't even understand how y'all can trust her anyway, because she's married to the enemy. She's married to a knockoff that's in our land. She's married to a fake Jew. You think she gonna pick a whole bunch of broke so-called black people over this rich Jewish man? No, she's not. But see, y'all still throwing Trump under the bus, saying that y'all should have voted for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris had the same marching orders, because before Trump got elected the second time, Kamala Harris on her campaign trail, she was going out advocating for Israel. So she was going to do the same thing to you that Trump is doing to you. There's no such thing as a lesser evil. But y'all believe that in y'all head. Y'all think the lesser evil is going to do less damage to you. No. Evil is evil. Death is death. It doesn't matter who it's coming from. Both of these people had the same plans for you. So, and then Kamala Harris is not an official Israelite, because her dad, I think, is an Elamite. I think so. He's East Indian. So therefore, he's not an Israelite. That makes her not an Israelite. That's why she's so cool. That's why before she got into politics, she was a judge in California. She was locking you niggas up left and right without cause. It's in her blood to hate you Israelites. It's in Esau's blood to hate you Israelites.
Yeah.
And they're acting on their hatred by doing all these psyops on you. This ain't nothing but a psyop, dude. How can a storm like this cause 18 months of darkness unless they planning this?
Talking about that's what they was going into with that the electric infrastructure, that it's possible that they're gonna have to cut the shit off for 18 months, man. And don't be shocked if they do it in the winter time. Remember that dark winter that Joe Biden was talking about? Don't be shocked if it happened around that time. But just do know that there will be some rolling blackouts, man. And it's gonna cause a fluctuation in fucking crime, man. Theft, murder, rape, whatever crime you could think of. That's what it's gonna be. And there's gonna be some unthinkable things that people gonna do, because when things is hitting the fan like that, where you can't get food and water and shit like that, people gonna turn into pure savages, man.
They already animals. They just don't know it yet. All this entitlement, all this convenience, it masks that monster in people. Watch when it go down. And these people, they already got every excuse lined up for you. They're gonna blame it on the surveillance centers. They're siphoning all the power. Okay, we'll turn them off then. No, we can't, because they got all the flock cameras feeding data to these surveillance centers.
Yeah.
They need memory to record everything. You need one hell of a, like I say, you need servers. You need memory to record all this stuff and keep it on hand.
And this area we in, since we've been teaching over here, we never seen them little fly cameras like that. They starting to spread them all out around here. Over there by where I stay at, you see about 4 or 5 of them.
I see them on the
You know?
freeway on the way to
Yeah.
the west side.
They
I live
got
on the
them
east
everywhere.
side. I seen a few over there. But on my way over here on the freeway, they starting to pop up. And what these cameras do, I was watching this video yesterday on it, and this Eve was going into it about how these cameras, the ones that's on ground level, what they getting dealt with. They getting chopped down left and right. But the ones up on posts, they can scan your car. They can scan your license plate. But the thing about these cameras is they use AI, meaning that if they can't, because when they scan your car, they put together a profile with your license plate included. So even if that camera cannot actually see your license plate, it can still find you because it has a profile of your car, like the make, the model, the color, any type of customization you did to that vehicle. AI has captured it, and now that car has a fingerprint, what they call it. And then they can put together 3D images. They combine images from the cameras that's on the post and the cameras that's on ground level, and they can triangulate a 3D image of you. Some of these can even see through your tent. Now you got to ask yourself, why does Esau go so far above and beyond? Instead of enjoying his kingdom, he wants to press himself with the stress of watching everybody. Because this man think he's God.
Yeah.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4.
Setting them traps on y'all, man. That's all this man does. Is setting right now. He's setting all type of traps to get at you Israelites, man. This is Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor when he draw them into his net. And these cameras are a part of his net.
Yeah.
Because like the brother said, it creates a whole thing about you, a profile about you, man. This man is building a record against you, and you not even doing nothing. You just out here. And this man is building a record against you to hold you accountable for something where this bitch should be held accountable for all of the mischievous things that he's been doing, that he's going to be held accountable for when the Lord get in his ass.
Mm-hmm. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And we'll start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come the falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Perdition means chaos, anarchy, destruction. That's all this man knows. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh. Where's the Lord's temple? In the Israelites' mind. He lives within us. So he wants to have control of your mind. That's why he wants to chip you up.
Yeah.
Showing himself that he is Yahweh. He wants to sit in the temple of Yahweh. He wants to have you fear him versus you fearing Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. But he's a base man. He needs all this technology. He needs all these gadgets and gadgets. The Lord don't need none of these gadgets and gadgets to have control over you. Esau does because he's a base man. It's the same way like Esau is using AI to recreate so-called black music. We don't need all them computers. We just start singing. We just start rapping. We just start playing live instruments without sheet music because it all comes from the spirit. Esau is not spiritual, he's carnal. That's why he needs sheet music to keep him on track. Because he ain't got no spirit for real. Look at the things he do. Most of the things he do, you can't have empathy doing these things. He doesn't have it because the Lord didn't give him empathy, because the Lord wanted him to be separate from the other families of the earth for a reason. He pretty much made this man an animal, a two-legged animal on purpose. Animals don't have empathy. Esau don't either. And the elder brought out a good point about Esau. He was like, The only thing Esau is standing on about Iran, he said he don't care about you Americans' financial condition. The only thing he cares about is Iran not having a nuclear weapon. But when you look at the history, who has a history of bombing everybody because they had a bad day? Or they mad at their wife or their kids and they bomb another country.
America.
They going through a divorce and they gonna bomb another country. Trump should not have nuclear weapons. The United States, any Edomite nation should not have a nuclear weapon because these people are impulsive. They're emotional. They're liars. They're savages. Look at all the damage they did without a nuclear weapon. Imagine the damage. So he going around on this campaign talking about Iran shouldn't have a nuclear weapon. No. Edomites should not have one because you are the most destructive force on this planet. Yeah, you, not the nuclear weapon, because a nuclear weapon can only do damage if it's fired. Otherwise, it's sitting in a silo. But Esau, he takes his emotions out into the world and destroys.
Oh. This is Psalms 73:5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compassed them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Remember when he just said Trump didn't give a hell about what you people were going through? All he worried about was Iran not getting a nuclear weapon. But this man is the one that when he get bombs, he go out destroying everything.
Yeah.
That's why scripture said that violence covered him like a garment, man. This man walks around destroying everything in his path, man.
Out of emotion. Unfit to rule.
What it say? The thief do not but to come, steal, kill, and destroy.
John chapter 10, verse
See?
10. The thief cometh not but for to kill, to steal, and to destroy.
Yeah.
I have come that they might have life and they might have
More
everlasting life and
abundantly.
have it more abundantly. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. So if the Lord don't come back and deal with Esau, this man gonna kill everybody and everything on the planet.
That's
out of emotion.
Yep, and that's why the days are shortened. You see how fast we getting ready to hit 2027? Speaking of that, since this year done started, look how fast we done got to where we are right now.
Exactly.
So you can only imagine the things that you are about to see in 2027, man. Y'all seeing things right now, but it's gonna unfold 100 times. Next year, bro, it's gonna be some things taking place that you people not gonna be able to understand. You know, y'all seeing Indiana go through it and stuff. Imagine when they hit you in your backyard. A lot of you still able to go use the bathroom in your house, or get you some water, or make you a sandwich or something. Them people over there, they got porta potties outside, portable bathrooms, portable showers sitting outside. Still no AC. They still no water. You got homeless people. You got people out there that's sick, that got heart murmurs and shit, stuff that they need power for to be plugged up to machines. These people don't have access to any of that.
And you know what else they setting these people up for? Because what you just described, that's a breeding ground for disease. Without proper air conditioning, refrigeration, without proper hygiene, with these bare necessities, you are in this basically the new ground zero. And they're gonna take all these numbers, all these statistics. This is research for Esau, because he's fine-tuning his destruction that he wants to unleash on everybody. He's making adjustments as he goes. You got to remember, even Daniel said the heart is deep as far as Esau. He does his due diligence on how to destroy you Israelites. That's why he uses pseudoscience to convince you that he knows it all, and you don't know shit.
Not a damn
But then when his pseudoscience gets exposed, now who's the liar? Esau. He'll never tell you the truth if it's going to put him in the hurt box, if it's going to embarrass him. He'll never tell you the truth. And the truth is, he's the base man. All this emotion. Matter of fact, Trump went throughout the earth talking about during the beginning of his second campaign. He said he ended 8 wars. No, you didn't.
What?
But he couldn't name them. That's all he was. He kept spewing it. I ended 8 wars. No, you didn't. But look how many you started,
Trying to
and
make
everybody
himself
does
believe.
know about.
He trying to make himself believe the lie.
Exactly. Now he's trying to start with Oman, the country of Oman. He threatened to bomb them. You know why? Because Trump, he wants to take the Strait of Hormuz as U.S. territory.
Girls, come on. So sorry.
Oh, you
It's
fine.
okay.
You good. You good. We like the animals. But yeah, man, he threatened to bomb the nation of the country of Oman because Oman, Iran wanted to have a partnership with Oman in running the strait. So once again, Esau's emotions kicked in. Oh, you gonna let them run it with you, but I can't have a peace? No, you can't, because people know what you gonna do with it. You gonna use it to destroy people. You gonna use it to put people in dire straits. You gonna deny people necessities because they won't kiss your ass. So no, you can't have a peace, because guess what? Power shows who is for and who is not, based on what you do with it. It's like in that Spider-Man movie. With great power comes great responsibility. But see, Esau spent his whole existence avoiding responsibility and accountability. That's how we know that power is not designed for Edomites, because they use power to put everybody else in dire straits. So just so they can exalt themselves. So power is not for you, Esau.
Even when adversity's coming, he seems like he's helping. He's looking for ways after that to even get you in an even worse situation, man. That's how Esau works, man. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Exactly.
He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Come on, son. Oh, then it says, he that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. That's going into another situation, but other than that, I'm just going to stick with Ecclesiastes 12 and 17, that if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. Because he looks like he's going to help you, but he's looking for a way to still get over on you anyway. You know, like with this, look at Indiana. Adversity came upon these people. He ain't looking to help them yet. But when he do, he's going to make it like he the one that saved the day. And people going to look at him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, white man, for saving us. But in reality, the Lord set it up that way, man. That's the Lord that put that plague on y'all. The Lord allowed this to happen, man. You know, like the scriptures say in 2 Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be upon earth shall not return again, man. So these things are going to continue to intensify with the food shortages and the recalls, with the blackouts, with the weaponizing of the water, you know, the sicknesses. You're going to keep hearing more and more and more about sicknesses. They said the STD rate went up in Texas, Atlanta, and several other states here recently. It's been videos going out around that. So these plagues are not slacking, but are speeding up. And you're going to see more and more and more plagues happen upon this place, man. Especially when that famine kick off.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's going to be even more of a breeding ground for disease. Because there's going to be corpses out here with nobody to attend to them.
Exactly. I got
That's Esau, man.
Them motherfuckers died straight,
Way
man.
across the park with it.
This is the book of James, chapter 2. And we'll start at verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, Have not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him? But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you, and draw you before the judgment seats? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by the which ye are called? If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbors as thyself. Ye do well. But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin, and are convinced of the law as transgressors. For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. For he said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. If thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, art thou become a transgressor of the law? So speak ye and do so, that they shall be judged by the law of liberty. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So it's just like the beginning of these scriptures. Do rich men not oppress you? The answer is yes. This is all they do.
Yep.
Look at all the billionaires. And like we told you before Trump went down to Venezuela and kidnapped the president and his wife and stole their oil, he didn't have a sit down with Congress, because only Congress can declare war. He had to sit down with oil tycoons. So you already see the play. He went down there for fentanyl and came back with oil. We told y'all to play before he even went down there. This man after these people oil, because Venezuela got one of the richest oil depositories in the world. I think they're the second largest in the world. Venezuela. And where is Maduro? Why is this man being held captive unjustly for all this time?
Yeah, nobody heard from him since
He
that
probably
happened.
dead by now.
They probably put him under the rug, man.
Because they want his oil. They took the shit and now they divvying up the spoils. And how is this just? How are you other nations allowing this? Because guess what? If you allow them to do this to Venezuela, it's just a matter of time for they coming at the shit, coming for your shit.
Yeah.
This man is a parasite, a cancer on the earth, who cannot be satisfied.
Yeah.
He that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? He shall not take pleasure in all his goods. That means after he steal your shit, he still ain't satisfied. That's why the whole earth gonna chase him out of the world.
I got Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. These cats, Esau, it be 3 or 4 in the morning, man. This nigga sending off bombs, blowing shit up early in the morning while everybody sleep. This man up blowing up people, man. And then it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's backing the brother up when he goes over here and he steals land and resources, man, like a leech. That's who Esau is, man.
Mm-hmm.
And his characteristics are written all in these scriptures for you clowns out there that think that this devil ain't, that Esau ain't the white man, bro. It is what it is.
You know what else he doing? All the fake Jews are down in Argentina burning down land so they could buy it for cheap. And the Argentinians, they ain't having it. They chasing their asses up out of Argentina as we speak. Everywhere these people go, death, violence, and destruction follows. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 59. Now, these scriptures originally applied to 2/3 Israelites, but you can apply this to Esau because this is where they get this behavior from. Verse 4, chapter 59. None calleth for justice, nor any pleaded for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. how can I get this land? Well, if you could burn it down, you could get it for pennies on the dollar. Bet.
Yep.
So they just down there just burning land, setting everything on fire so they can get it for cheap. Verse 6, their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. Everywhere they go. They was doing that in the United States too. Burning down land to buy it for cheap.
I feel like they doing that to Gary.
That's what they doing.
They doing that to
Data
Gary
centers,
right now.
man, they got to have.
And I'm hearing that they
Just
got
memory.
some over there. They got quite a few built already. And those data centers, they ain't out of power because they got those big generators.
Exactly.
But a lot of that power is being pushed towards them data centers, man. A lot of that power. Because how are you out that long? Like we was out of lights here once for like 3 or 4 days, but they were speedily getting things cut back on. Over there, NIPSCO playing around. Like somebody got a foot in their throat and they not moving as fast as they should be.
I
And
think
that-
they're being told don't do shit.
I believe that as well.
This is verse 8. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Anybody who deals with Edom or the fake Jew, they end up regretting it because they always end up getting stabbed in the back. That's why Esau is called the serpent. This man moves like a snake. Snakes have a lot of patience. They wait for the right moment to strike. This is Esau. He sets you up with all his think tanks, just like now. And then when these tragedies just come up out the blue, you can bet your bottom dollar Esau behind it. Because especially when he don't speak on it. Like the Epstein files. When they silent, they guilty. You can bet that up. And when they talking, they lying. You can bet that up too. So all these walking abominations around here, they finna go. Says Proverbs chapter 6. These 6 things that the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. A lying tongue, a proud look, and hands that shed innocent blood. These are walking abominations.
Covenant breakers, man.
Exactly.
That's why you, like the brother said, you can't. Anytime anybody dealt with these people, he breaks his covenant, man. This is Psalms 55 and 20. He had put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. And that's how, even with this war, this man had you people think you was going over here to fight this war for a purpose, man. But in reality, he's sending y'all to y'all death. When you go over there and you when they put boots on the ground, because this is what's going to happen. And a lot of you young Americans, you're going to get sent over there too, and you won't be coming back, man. Because this man is sending you to your death over there. I'm seeing where I work at, I'm seeing so many young men coming there, and they signing up for that bullshit. I'm seeing them every day coming in. Marines and army soldiers coming in and out of the job on a daily basis. Signing up for shit, man. Talking about they getting ready to deal with that. And you cats, a lot of these cats, you're not going to see them no more when the shit hit the fan over there, man.
No, you're not. Because guess what? Iran did. This was a very strategic move to strike fear in your U.S. military personnel.
That
Yeah.
$30,000 hit.
And it's to make you reconsider who you really working for. If you were smart, you would get the fuck out the military.
And that's anybody at your throat at that time. Not just they military. They civilians going to be trying to get that $30K too.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't you. And then you going into their backyard. Oh, you going to get caught for sure.
And they offering 60 for females.
So you know what that means.
Yeah, they finna look for, they paying for $60,000 concubines
Myrie in the street.
in military uniform. And I don't care what you labeled yourself over here, if you in the alphabet community, when you get over there, they gonna remind you still a woman. And they're gonna remind you in a very harsh way. I'm trying to watch my language. But y'all get what y'all picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh, most definitely.
So yeah, they're gonna remind you still a woman in a very harsh way. So like I said, if you were smart, you get the fuck out the military. Because this is just a prelude as to how they're gonna treat the rest of you military personnel. Because if this was truly accidental, they would have been made up for it. They would have made amends for it instead of making excuses and downplaying it. Pete Hegseth came out and said that all the families of these military troops were lying. He said that they're getting fed and all this shit. When we got proof coming from that ship of the conditions on that ship, no showers, no laundry, the food is just garbage, no AC, no port calls. You got to pull into a port to keep your mind stable. You can't sit out there on the water for 9 months and come back in the same state of mind. No,
That's not happening.
that's a prison sentence. You can't go nowhere. You on a schedule, a routine, daily routine. You can't see your family. That is prison.
You ain't been on land.
No, you in a floating prison. And right now, back in the homeland, they trying to turn the United States into a digital prison without walls. There's no escaping Big Brother,
Yup.
the all-seeing eye. This man wants to be the Lord so bad, it's ridiculous. And it's actually pathetic. You want to be the Lord, but you hate his people. What kind of sense does that make?
Confusion.
Esau's a one confused individual, man, because he's led by emotion, not logic. And it's like 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 12. They shall perish in their own corruption. These natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, shall perish in their own corruption. And that's exactly what they're doing, because they showing the world they ain't shit. They showing the world they can't be trusted. They showed the world they full of lies. So the other nations, by default, are backing away from this place because you can't be trusted. These are impulsive, emotional children who resort to violence at the drop of a dime. But at the same time, they expect people to respect them. They expect people to trust them. Have you seen your track record? Have you read your history? We have, and you can't be trusted. Not even the Edomites that ain't taking part of none of this shit, because you never know when these motherfuckers gonna turn. First they Democrat, now they MAGA. Now they MAGA, now they Democrat. They all over the place. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, James chapter 1, verse 8. Especially when you're led by emotion. But see, if you were truly superior, you wouldn't have none of these wicked-ass thoughts on how to keep the people down. That's part of your survival tactic. Because guess what? You trying to present yourself as the tallest man in the room when everybody else is on their knees. You're not truly the tallest man in the room.
He portrays himself to be the tallest man in the room when he's actually just the base man. He's the lowest of the lowest.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Everything that they're imagining to do and the plans that they're trying to move forward with, that's gonna be the same thing that condemns them in the end, man. That's the same thing that's gonna destroy them. What they're trying to do is gonna eventually destroy their kingdom, man. And you see out here, you see what's going on in America, the way everything is flushing the toilet bowl. No matter how you prideful people out there want to talk that shit that y'all talk, America is a done data, man. It ain't moving fast enough for you, but I cannot wait to when it starts speeding up. So you people that's talking out there all out the side of your neck, all prideful, thinking you missed a big shot, you're gonna see when that great humbling comes. The Lord is about to humble all you cats, man.
Yeah, especially you Edomites, man, who still don't get the message. The message is that you're not superior. You never have been. You just told the world that you were, and the world foolishly believed it. But all you have really showed was your fragility, your emotion, your impulsiveness. It shows your wickedness because you worship idols. You worship Molech. You worship Baal. You can't leave the children alone. All you doing is displaying animalistic characteristics. Animals eat their young. That's you, E. And then I recently seen a picture of an Edomite female. She had a tail growing from her backbone down by her butt. She had a tail. We told y'all, just because you walk on two legs and speak a language don't make you human. Because you are lacking the most basic human trait, empathy. You don't have that. The Lord didn't give it to you. So what do we have to deal with? We got to deal with an animal on two legs. Like we said, all he did was shave his back and put on a suit to convince you, yeah, I'm one of you. No, you're not. You're not one of us spiritually, because you're not spiritual. You're carnal. Always resorting to violence like an animal.
Brute beast.
Exactly. These brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed.
Yeah, right here. 2 Peter 2 and 12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, man. So these people gonna perish in their own corruption. Everything that they pushing out is gonna come back and bite them.
Yeah, the Lord set them up beautifully, because this way they can't blame nobody else. Like they always been putting blame on everybody else, projecting, accusing everybody of doing the shit that they're actually doing. They ain't gonna have nobody to point the finger at but themselves, because I got news for you. Trump is not stupid. He's not. He's compromised.
Yeah, that's it.
And for all you who can't see that, this not only him, but everybody who's giving their vote for wickedness in government, they are compromised. They got bent over a long time ago. They are compromised. Now, according to your laws, America, what do you do with compromised individuals? They pose a domestic threat to your nation. You're supposed to put them to death, but you don't. See, you don't judge your own. You don't punish your own. That's why you got all this wickedness running rampant, because you don't punish the wicked. Therefore, the wicked is emboldened to do more wickedness.
Yep.
Prime example, Donald Trump, 34 felonies. You didn't punish it. Now he working on 35 rather. This man is threatening to start all kind of wars. He's bringing detrimental conditions to you Americans, because this man went this long without being punished. An 80-year-old spoiled kid. That's what we dealing with, because y'all don't punish your own. And then you wonder how you got here. You don't punish your own. You too busy lying on us. And you letting these people slip right up under the radar, unpunished, in court, slaps on the wrist. This is not stopping wicked behavior. This is emboldening it. But I thought you were so smart, Esau, you should have figured that out by now. But now you too busy lying on us.
If this place was ruled by the law of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, none of this madness will ever have took place, man. That's why this place needs that reset when the Lord comes back, man. This is Habakkuk 1:1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord Yahweh, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that rise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked do compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth, man. And that's how these people get away with every motherfucking thing, man. Because the laws wasn't set up and to go against them. It was set up to go against us. That's why these men get away with everything. And the world was given into the hand of the wicked, man. Just paraphrasing. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. That's why this man is able to get away with all type of things. The man that so-called had his knee and George Floyd's neck. Elon Musk is calling for him to get pulled out of jail.
Yeah. Because, see, they trying to set up Israelites. Trump did that on purpose, trying to get a reaction out of us. When he came out and said he going to pardon Derek Chauvin, he was trying to get us to react.
Mm-hmm.
But we already know, we're not taking vengeance on you Edomites. The Lord is. So that didn't even work. He tried to bait us up to come out in the streets to do something to this man. No, we ain't gonna do nothing to him. The Lord gonna do something to him and you. This is Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Now let me ask you this. If you can enforce law, ignore law, bend and break laws, is there a such thing as law? No, it's not. It's all wickedness done under the guise of law. Esau turns laws on and off whenever he wants to. And the elder said a long time ago, you will never get justice from a thief on stolen land. A thief comes in and murders, rapes, robs everybody, and then sets himself up as the voice of justice. That'll never work. Verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. That's the police right there. Along with these other anti-Israelite organizations, KKK, take your pick. So you'll never get justice from a thief. If that's what you're waiting on, Israelites, you can forget it.
We got Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. And we are feeble in their eyes. We are worth nothing to these people. And that's why they constantly oppress us. They feel like that we are here for them to do this.
Mm-hmm. That's in Jeremiah, I think.
They feel like that we are here for them to oppress and to get rich off of. But you about to find out, because you had no fear of the Lord to treat his people like that. So all of that is going to come back around you to you, Esau, and bite you in the ass tenfold, man. Ain't no escaping it.
Sure ain't.
Ain't no escaping it.
I got this one right here. Let's go to Amos chapter 1. This is the book of Amos chapter 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. See? We always living in y'all heads. We need y'all to evict us from y'all heads, man. We need y'all to find something y'all like doing. Occupy your mind. Get your mind off of us. Please evict us from y'all minds. Y'all evict us from everything else. Why is this so hard? Because you are infatuated with Israelites. Because you know we are the shit. You'll never admit it, but you know it in your spirit that we are the shit. And there's nothing you could do to take us from that position. The Lord put us up there as being the best on the planet, above all people on the earth. Mm-hmm. Esau can't stomach that. He's like, no, I got to make them look bad on the world stage. I got to lie like hell on them. Because I want the world to see me like they see the Israelites. That'll never happen, homie. Your history gets in the way of that. Your emotions get in the way of that. People see how emotional and frail and fragile you are. You don't hold a candle to Israelites, bruh. You're too weak. Ask your woman. You don't believe us? Ask Esau's woman who she prefers.
Oh yeah, she's going after Jake for sure.
You mad at that too. You so weak and frail, you had to make a law so your woman would marry you.
How y'all gonna be mad at what the Lord ordained anyway? That's some pride for you. That's some pride for you right there. Getting mad that the Lord ordained the Israelites to be the top of the top of the line. When it says in Deuteronomy, it says that we are chosen above all nations, man. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. So the Israelites were chosen above all nations, man, no matter if you like it or not. But that's why these nations know that, and that's why they show that sheer hate towards us, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't nothing you can do about it because, hey, Israel got next. And a lot of you cats a lot of you other nations finna be in servitude, man. You're gonna have to bow down. You're gonna have to bow down to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua and his men. Just what it is.
A lot of these people in these heathen nations, they reckon they know who we are, you know, and they applaud us for standing up for our position. But then you got a lot of speckled birds amongst these other nations who could probably be Edomites that show nothing but pure hatred and never met a so-called black person in their life ever.
Just going by what they see on TV.
Going by what the lies they've been told about us. But see, them probably Edomites anyway. So they don't even count. They gonna be dealt with as well. But you Israelites, you need to accept this fact that you are not a part of this world, because this world is consumed with wickedness. You need to be comfortable with that this world hates you. Because guess what? If the world hates you, that means you're not a part of this world. And you should be happy at that fact, because the fact that this world hates you, they separate themselves from the righteous. So by default, you could be one of the righteous Israelites if the world hates you. Mm-hmm. Don't go out your way to make this world accept you. Fuck these people. They finna be destroyed. Especially the haters in Babylon. Mm-hmm. You should wear that as a badge of honor. This world has rejected you, because the world has separated itself from you, the righteous.
And if the world hates you, that's a good thing, man.
Exactly.
But if the world also hates you, they hated Yahushua first. This is John 15:8. This is Yahushua speaking. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. For, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you, man. The whole world hates the Israelites, man.
That's why I said you should wear that as a badge of honor, that this world hates you. That means the wicked are uncomfortable around you because you're not wicked like them.
Mm-hmm. We hear y'all out there, we're like this that what kills me the most. I'm off a little bit off topic, but I gotta say something about this. You people, y'all always worried about what language we use. But you just sat up last night and watched probably about 3 or 4 movies and ate some popcorn and cussed out the movie of somebody doing some stupid shit that you wouldn't agree with in the movie. Y'all always worried about what we saying. We still telling the truth. Are you getting the message? Sometimes you got to speak in a harsh way to get people's attention. Because in a minute, the Lord it ain't going to be no harsh speaking. It's going to be pure, full-blown action. Then what you going to say?
I want to interject with this. If you think our speech is making you feel bad, wait till the Lord pull up and do what he do, because it ain't going to be no talking when he pull up.
Exactly.
So for those who choose to get offended by our language, did you choose to get offended when you listen to your favorite rapper? Did you choose to get offended watching your favorite actor in a movie? Or did you choose to get offended when you cussing out your kids? So miss me with that bullshit, man. This is not a Christian church with all that fake shit. Because guess what? when the Lord comes down here and do what he do, you gonna wish that we was cursing more to get your attention. So you can miss me with that selective anger. Y'all kill, y'all, that shows that y'all fake. And this is not for you. So take your ass back to church and get set up to be destroyed. Go listen to them lies. Because that's what y'all like. Y'all don't like truth.
This is 2 Corinthians 11:16. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. The speech could be rude all day, man, but when we bringing out these scriptures and it's truth, that's all in righteousness. So you shouldn't even worry about the harsh language that we speaking, but are you getting the message? That's what you should be worried about. It's messages. If you listen to a Tupac song right now, he used a lot of vulgar language, but there's big messages in his music as well.
Exactly.
Did you get the message?
Or did you choose to get offended?
Exactly.
See, y'all some hypocrites as well. This is the book of Luke. And I'm going back to when the world separates you from themselves because you're not wicked like the rest of the world. And this is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking. The book of Luke chapter 6, we'll start at verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. That goes for you rich-ass celebrities, Israelites, actors, athletes, rappers, musicians, so on and so forth. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. This is the point. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Exactly. It says, but I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you. Bless them that curse you, and pray for them that despitefully use you. And unto them that smiteth thee on the one cheek offer also the other. And him that taketh away thy cloak forbid not to take thy coat also. This is pertaining to Israelites, how Israelites supposed to treat other Israelites. Mm-hmm. This is not how Israelites supposed to treat their enemy. Because guess what? The Lord has indignation for the enemies of Israel. That would be very hypocritical of the Lord to tell you to love your enemies when he gonna come down and destroy them. No, that's talking about other Israelites. It's not talking about the enemy nations. How would that look? The Lord told you to love your enemies, but he gonna come down and smite them. That won't even look right. He's talking about other Israelites, not enemy nations.
Mm-hmm. And most of you people, you hate Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai anyway, and that's why we hate you as well. You know what I'm saying? This is Psalms 139 and 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? So yeah, we got hatred in our heart for certain people that want to go against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And even our people who want to team up with Esau, Edom.
No, Esau got to play on words. He'll have you thinking that we the most worst people on the planet. No, because this is not hatred. This is indignation. Mm-hmm. The Lord has righteous indignation hatred for Edomites.
Righteous hatred.
Righteous hatred. We have a righteous reason to not like you.
Oh, look at the history.
But y'all want to paint it all as hate, just blind hate. No, that ain't it. We got a reason to hate you. But see, you don't have a reason to hate us, though. All of this is in your mind. Yeah. You so afraid of us fulfilling prophecy that you're doing everything you can to try to thwart that. But little do you know, you fulfilling prophecy as well by coming against the Israelites, earning your judgment to be punished.
Being a scoffer, all of that, all those good things. You playing your role, you in your lot. And ultimately, hey, you're gonna be sucking on the missile, man. At the end of all of this, and captivity, at its finest for you, man.
They'll be all right. They tough. Let them tell it. We gonna see. Because a lot of y'all got that shit in y'all. And when I say that shit in y'all, hatred without cause.
Yeah.
That's the shit. Y'all, a lot of y'all got that shit in you. You never met a so-called black person. You never got to know a so-called black person. You just going on stereotypical lies that you have been fed since you've been in this earth. And you believe that shit.
And some of these Edomites, they even was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and Jake probably did something to him. Because sometimes Jake get on some bullshit.
You ain't got to do nothing to Esau.
And they lump us all together in one basket.
You ain't got to do nothing to Esau for him to get in his feelings.
Nah, you could be having fun on your own, doing your own thing, and Esau have a problem with that.
All it takes for an Edomite woman to smile at you. This motherfucker plotting to kill you. See? That's all it takes for Esau to get in his feelings. A very fragile, sad, pathetic specimen. Look at the lengths you go out of emotion. Just murder people. When your women reject you, what do? You become a woman serial killer.
Look at the hate with what they was talking about this Nolan Wells situation. Now you having a whole bunch of videos come up talking about what his so-called friends was doing on his racism shit with threats, assaulting girls, doing all this madness. Now all of that stuff starting to be pulled up. But at first y'all was running your mouth talking about he deserved it, but these cats had hated him all along.
Yeah, they had a history of bullying.
They been hating.
They had a history of being bullies.
And young too, at very young age.
And they got it from their daddy. It ain't hard to see. Their daddy's stupid, stuck on stupid. I see why that woman left him. This man got drunk and went on a tirade. But see, you should have corrected your sons. But you, like I said, you don't punish your own. That's why he got what he got. And I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for you. Because the Lord is punishing you by taking your child. Because you should have instilled in them better. But you can't teach what you don't know. You don't know about having empathy.
They don't know nothing about righteousness either.
You don't know nothing about morality, dignity, respect, integrity. You know nothing about it. So how can you teach it? So I see why those demons turned out to be the way they are. And I see why the Lord took one of them to punish you. Because Esau cannot learn righteousness. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 10. Let favor be shown to the righteous, yet will he not learn righteousness. Mm-hmm. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So you can give Esau all the chances in the world. He will not learn righteousness. Matter of fact, he's going to become more deep-rooted in his wickedness. Because this is what he was created to be. But y'all will figure it out when the Lord extends that judgment on the whole nation of Edom as a whole.
I got Psalms 10 and 4. You might have brought this out. I'm going to bring it out still. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's the characteristics and mindset of Esau Edom. He feels like nothing is going to happen to him, that he's going to continue to get away with what he's getting away with. People on the comment board, I really don't know what they're saying, but they are prideful as well, and they don't think that anything is going to happen to this place that they call home. But the Lord getting ready to plow this bitch down, man, no matter how you feel about it. And a lot of you people, you going to be at, all of you on that comment board, a lot of y'all are going to be at each other's neck, man. When civil unrest happen, a lot of y'all going to be at each other's throat. Y'all on each other's team right now, but wait till that civil unrest kick off. A lot of you cats going to be at each other's necks, man. And that's going to be a beautiful thing to see, where all you people start going at each other's throats, man. For the lack of bread, for the lack of water, for the lack of basic necessities. Y'all going to be fucked up. It's
no secret that Edomites don't have camaraderie. Y'all are not an all-together nation. You don't have a sense of community. You don't have a sense of family. That's one of the reasons why you hate so-called Black Joy so much. We have the spirit of community and
Man,
family.
you said something, boy, look.
That's why y'all hate. That's one of the reasons you hate Black Joy. Y'all don't ride together or for each other like we do.
And I got a great example.
Y'all a nation of cutthroats and backstabbers. Go ahead, bro.
I got a great example of that, bro. I'm gonna jump back to this Gary, Indiana situation. If the shoe was on the other foot and you Edomites was out of power for 10, 15 days or whatnot, y'all will be out there pulling that fucking goat hair out your head right now, all on social media crying tears of rivers, man.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw on the news today, well, somebody posted it, they out there having community through this shit. They communicating, they talking, they sitting together. They not out there beating each other down. They trying to find a way to come together and get through this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You Edomites though, y'all gonna turn on each other as soon as it get rough.
Y'all gonna break in each other's houses. Y'all gonna rape each other women. Y'all gonna rape each other children. Y'all gonna eat each other dogs because you're resorting back to that animalistic behavior that's always been in you. A nation of backstabbers, cutthroats, liars, thieves, murderers. That's
Keep
what
going,
you
man.
are.
They watching. Keep going.
Yeah, they watching.
Keep going.
They ain't watching us though. They watching the Lord work.
Yes, sir.
And we breaking down what the Lord doing to them and what he's about to do to them. Because they so hard-headed. They're prideful.
Yeah.
They're scoffing. But see, we don't care about none of that. But y'all gonna care. Y'all gonna care that y'all didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna care that y'all came against the Lord's prophets. But then in that time when it do kick in, y'all ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. You gonna resort to doing the stuff you always known to do. Cry, panic, rape, rob, murder. And blaming us for what your government is doing to you. So you don't deal with reality, Edom. That's why you caught up in this delusion of hate us. When you really should be, what you really should be doing is going after your government for orchestrating all this stuff against you. But no, you can't do that because that's going against the white code. You can't call out your own, but you can blame us for anything freely. Yeah, it's an unwritten code amongst Edomites. We don't tell on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the wives married to Edomite men who kept it secret for years how this Edomite man was molesting their own children they had together. Edomite woman can't talk about that shit. Guess what? She gonna be next.
Man.
Matter of fact, 2 months ago, this Edomite man put his wife to death because she went viral by telling the world that he was a pedo. And he murdered her. So now, you Edomites can't tell on each other. And guess what? When you don't tell on each other, rightful judgment doesn't proceed. And now you got a fool on your hands that you're afraid of. That's how that works. You can't explain that? You disgruntled Edomites on the comment board? Because we can go into depth about this. You don't tell on your own because you're too busy lying on us. Trying to paint us as being the root of the problem in society when it's always been you Edomites. Brushing each other's crimes under the rug like it ain't shit. Lying in court for your husbands and your wives and your children. That's why you finna get what you finna get.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to, you being in a rulership position, you're supposed to be able to judge your own. But see, that's what you were not created to be, a righteous judge. You were created to be the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
That's what 144,000 comes in at. They are the righteous judges of the earth, along with King Yahushua and King David. Those are the people you're going to have to answer to.
Mm-hmm.
And these are not going to be ordinary people. These are going to be demigods on the earth.
Yup.
Lowercase gods with a lowercase g. Immortal. Limitless in power. With capabilities to put you to death and snap you back to life.
The Alahayim.
Exactly. So keep talking that shit on the comment board. And while you talking shit, go tell on your Edomite relatives out here breaking crime, committing crimes. You can't do that. That goes against the Edomite code. We know. That's why the Lord gonna pull up and address it all at one time.
Mm-hmm. I got Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. Then it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. So you people think that y'all getting away with a lot of things because judgment has not hit you yet. But just know, you're just constantly earning your judgment, and when that judgment comes through, it's going to be fully justified, man. You know? And you people that you think you just not going to go through nothing, oh, the Lord going to put it on you. Even you Israelites out there too that feel like ain't nothing going to happen to you, it's going to be a beautiful time when the Lord start putting them judgments on y'all ass too. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 5. For as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and ending and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. A lot of you people out here, you Israelites, and a lot of you heathens, y'all finna dwell in torments and was getting ready to come upon America, man.
Mm-hmm.
The servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gonna eat and drink in that day. But a lot of you people that scoffing and playing around and spitting out all kind of vomit, you finna lick that vomit right back up that you spit out.
Mm-hmm. I got this. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So y'all can get mad at the Israelites all you want to for bringing the message. Mm-hmm. The Lord is about to do this to you. Now let's see you cuss him out. Mm-hmm. Let's see you buck up against the Lord. Exactly. Let's see you talk all that shit against him. We just messengers. Mm-hmm. He's finna do this to you. We're in no position to execute judgment upon you.
This is what's gonna happen to you real soon, man. I'm gonna continue in the same scriptures that I was in. I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra 9 and 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that had loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet the place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. And the doors of mercy and repentance is still open right now. But that day is coming to a halt real soon, man. Mm-hmm. And it says, the same must know it after death by pain. Hey, so hey, you gonna have to get that death by pain, man. You wanna keep playing around with this thing right now? Just know that pain is coming for you. You don't see it now, but just know you finna catch that pain, man, that death by pain. And that's gonna be with the thermonuclear missiles or whatever the Lord got set up in your lot for you to go to the spirit realm.
And right before your spirit leaves your body, you're going to have a flashback of when you were scoffing and mocking. Yeah.
You're going to see that real quick.
Yeah.
Like when Cain got shot up and he started thinking about when his grandpa asked him would he care if he lived or died.
Exactly.
And he was having all these different flashbacks in his mind. You're going to see all of that. Mm-hmm. You're going to see all of that of what you did in your life before that last breath come up out your ass.
Yeah, mocking and scoffing, trying to get people to laugh, thinking you funny. No, you just condemning yourself. You have marked yourself for destruction. trying to be cute, trying to be cool. Some of y'all are just mindless children, born to be destroyed. And that's biblical.
Let me hit him with this one too, brother. I gotta read this. This is right on point right now with what we talking about. Y'all gonna have to live with that regret. And it says regret is a negative emotion state and a sense of sadness, disappointment, or self-blame caused by wishing you had made a different choice in the past, man. And that's what you gonna have to deal with. On your deathbed, you gonna sit back and you gotta think about when you was making fun of them men on the highways and hedges because of their garments. You know, because of what language they use. You got what you said about certain brothers, the scoffing that you did, the Emmanuel Hudson, the videos that you made scoffing at the prophets. You know, you got to live with that. What you gonna have in your mind is, I wish I would have had listened. But hey, at that time it's too late, buddy, because you can't repent on your deathbed because you have to change first.
See, Edomites gonna catch the biggest lump of regret in captivity.
Oh man.
Because they're gonna have 1,000 years to reflect on all the fuck shit they did to us that got them in that position. You're gonna have 1,000 years to think about that. See, Esau's hell is gonna be mostly mental, minus the ass whooping the Israelites gonna put on them, minus the ass whooping the sun itself is gonna put on you when you are in captivity. But other than that, your hell is gonna be mental, because you know how Esau insists on being in control and having the last word and having a say so and everything. You ain't gonna be able to have none of that. Only thing you gonna be able to do when we tell you to jump, you gonna ask how high.
How high? Because y'all seem to act like y'all forget that y'all put all people into captivity. And that is what's gonna come back around to you, man. This is Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. And we always, and a lot of brothers, we talked and had videos where we talked about wanting to put the foot up in Esau's ass, but we patiently waiting for the day where the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, raises his men up and give them that spiritual power. And then we ain't have to be patient no more, because that ass whooping is going straight out full-fledged. I seen a brother crying about the spiritual power the other day, talking about where is the spiritual power at? Where's the spiritual power? And I asked him, are you losing patience? Because in due time, we're going to get that. Lord willing, we are up that number. In due time, in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in due time, his men will be raised up with that power, man. But right now, we need to be worried about what we're doing right now, doing this work.
So all you scoffers out on the board, I'm gonna give you the reasons why the Lord finna do what he finna do to you. This is the book of Obadiah. We start at verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Now these are the reasons why. Verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, on those auctioning blocks for sale, the slaves, even though thou wast not one of them, even thou wast as one of them, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not enter into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, though thou shouldest not have looked upon their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have any laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. You robbed us, stole all our shit, and put your name on it. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. So this is what the Lord had to say. Verse 15. These are the things you did you shouldn't have did. You shouldn't have interfered with the Lord's judgment on us. You intensified it. But see, that was the Lord's will so he can judge you. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, you took advantage of his people, so shall all the heathen drink. Continually, yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Because in the history of the world, there has not been 17 nations in captivity under the Israelites, but it's about to be.
Yeah.
Verse 17, but on Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. All that shit you stole, you finna run that, plus some. And if this is gonna happen at the end of your 1,000 years of kicking yourself in the ass for being an asshole. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble. They shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken. Y'all finna go.
The cancer of the whole earth is getting ready to get put under, man. After you serve your captivity, man. The Lord ain't gonna have no more use for you. You have to get your destruction and get on, man. Because this world will be a much better place without you Edomites in it anyway.
Even AI said.
Y'all can say all you want about us being a problem in the world. Y'all forget y'all history. The bloody people.
They don't want to remember their history. That's why they always coming up with pseudo history about how they were the Vikings, they were the Greeks, they were the Trojans, they were the Spartans. No, you were none of that.
That's why they got those factories where they cutting up the books. They letting AI scan these books, and then they destroying these physical copies of books. They're trying to get rid of all that history and give AI abilities. Give AI certain stuff so you can call on AI to get lies, because AI ain't gonna give you the truth.
No, not
It
if
depends
not
how
if
you
Esau
word it.
controlling it.
Yeah.
Esau, AI ain't nothing but this is another Wizard of Oz scenario. Yeah, on the screen you see this computer talking to you, but who's behind that curtain?
Zordon.
Esau behind that curtain, because he's banking on you believe a computer, or before you believe him, because he knows that his reputation of being a liar is out here in this world. So all he doing through AI is disguising his voice to lie to you.
And these people believe it. They're gonna believe an AI overview real quick.
Yeah.
When you got full receipts of what something really means, they still go get an AI overview like that's the truth, man.
Like that's
You
just
people
Trump.
just
Like
ignorant,
that's just
man.
the word of God.
Just ignorant, man,
But
for
see,
no reason.
a lot of reasons why you people get caught up in AI. It's like the elder said, you don't know how to chew the meat, spit out the bones. You accepted all this truth at face value. Now you got to know what's true and what's a lie. AI is just like his daddy, Esau. He gonna give you one truth and two lies to reel you in. When he bait you up, when he catch you and draw you in with that truth, he gonna start spewing lies. So a lot of y'all don't know how to discern. You can only discern what's real and what's not through AI. You got the knowledge of these books here. Other than that, you're going to take every lie at face value, and you're going to hold it up, and you're going to extol it to the clouds.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing but Esau in disguise. That's why he needs your land to create surveillance centers, so he can continue to lie to you and gather information on you illegally, so he can accuse you of something,
Yeah.
so that you will become under the scrutiny of their bullshit laws.
And also introduce that rights to you in the midst of all of it. They're already talking. There's one guy who's talking about, would you take $2,000 a month to get that rice implanted in you? A lot of people are going to take that $2,000, bro. It is a universal universal basic income.
Yeah.
They're gonna take that Because at some point it's gonna be hard to have access to water. It's gonna be hard to have access to certain foods. So you're going to take that little money right there, and as soon as you get it and you start speaking out against this government, they're gonna cut your shit off. It's been in the movies as well.
Exactly. They weaponizing water against you right now. They turning water into a stock.
They said
That's
they got a
tradable.
boil advisory in Indiana.
Yeah, that's a breeding ground for disease. Think about it. Their water treatment plants are not working.
Yeah.
So the water is at a dangerous temperature, and it's not being filtered properly. That's a breeding ground. That's just like standing water. What happens when water just sits? It's not moving. It's just sitting there. You got diseases festering in that water. It's not being chemically treated. It's not being filtered. It's a breeding ground for disease. But see, y'all gonna allow Esau to show his wickedness because that's Bible prophecy. Not because you're weak. Yeah, it is because you're weak. Y'all talk a good one. Y'all talk all that shit against so-called black and brown people. But when it comes to dealing with your own, crickets. You don't hear nothing. Because the wicked is in agreement with the wicked regardless if the wicked is detrimental to the wicked. So y'all got that understanding established. We don't tell on each other, regardless if they trying to kill us or not. And that's a dumbass mentality to be in. That's a dumbass state of mind to be in. Your own people are trying to kill you, yet you still sticking to the code. We can't tell on them. Well, guess what? You deserve whatever you get. Because y'all stuck on stupid like that. You don't tell on your own, even if your own is the wicked, plotting wickedness against you. That code still in place. Now, we can't tell on. We got to continue to blame the black and brown. We can't tell on our own. We know that white code has always been in existence. But now it's being exposed in the last days.
Yeah.
And y'all don't know what to do about it.
There's been a lot of KKK flyers
Yeah.
going out. And a lot of them are cops that's hiding under them hoods, man.
Cops,
this stuff
judges.
is coming out. This shit is coming out of the woodworks. The Egyptians are speaking against the Egyptians, man. And their tongues are falling upon themselves. And a lot of people are telling, especially these heathen nations, especially Esau. They telling. They telling everything, man. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And this is talking about you Israelites, because you're the only ones that can be saved. You have no love for the truth, but yeah, you chase down this white man's pseudoscience, and because of that, the only remedy is left for you is death, man. There's no balm for you either.
Nope. I got a scripture on these Edomites out here, steady lying on us, but defending the wickedness of their own people. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination unto the Lord. So all you liars and scoffers on this comment board, not holding your own people accountable, y'all are walking abominations unto the Lord. And we all know what the Lord is about to do to you walking abominations. He's finna put y'all down. So keep lying on us and defending the wickedness of your own people. Earn your judgments.
Like Isaiah 5:20 to back you up on that. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And when you go into the word woe, it means destruction. So that's what's coming to you. Because y'all saying we doing wickedness, but at the same time, you letting all your people do all this wickedness and the government. You ain't calling them out
On a global scale.
on a global scale, bro. And they not calling them out, but y'all worried about what language we using. Hell, Trump done use all kind of crazy language on TV. Y'all
Yep.
ain't said shit to him.
Yeah,
Nothing.
He just said it 2 days ago. He said he will bomb the shit out of Oman, quote unquote. But see, it's expected of y'all to do that because this is what you have always done. You have always ignored the wickedness of your own people
Oh,
because you have been lied to since you have entered this world that Edomites are good, Edomites are righteous. You have been force-fed that since you have been a child, and your dumb ass still believe those lies to this day. Esau is not the righteous. He is the existing problem this world has always had. And now the Lord is about to address this cancer of the earth. So everywhere you people go, you destroy it. So how are you beneficial to anybody? You're not even beneficial to yourself. Says the book of Sirach, chapter 14, he that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? You dog got your own people. You have showed love to nobody. The only people the elite show love to is the people with more money than them. Other than that, you don't get no love from the elites. If you haven't sold your soul to them, you don't get no love. And even then, they're going to stab you in the back. Matter of fact, I watched a movie last night on Netflix called Him with Marlon Wayans. I have never seen Marlon Wayans play a serious role like this. This man was a devil's advocate. He was recruiting for the elites and try to get them to sell their soul. He was a football player in this movie, and he won 8 championships. And there was a young upcoming quarterback that idolized him, and he wanted to be just like him. So Marlon Wayans took him up on his wing, and he also took him into the underworld. Where at least, I mean, they said they had all the symbolism in this movie. They had the Baphomet, the goat horns, the goat skulls. He was collecting these. They had the checkerboard floors. The devil told him straight up. He said, sign the contract or I'm going to kill you and your family. I'm like, see, that's the devil right there. We know.
off bat.
This
Straight.
movie is full of elite, wicked symbolism. If you can watch this movie, it's on Netflix. It's called Him. It's got a picture of Marlon Wayans. He crying blood. And he got 8 championship rings on his fingers like this. Check it out. I'm telling you, this is a demonic ass movie. But in the end, the upcoming football, well, I don't want to spoil it for you. Just watch the movie. It's full of demonic symbolism. And if you watch it with spiritual eyes and ears, you're gonna see it all. I was like, God damn, they just putting it out there now. They ain't trying to hide nothing. Watch it. I ain't gonna spoil it for you. Just watch it.
That'll get rid of that mindset that everybody that it's all a conspiracy. Nah.
No, it ain't.
This shit out here is real, man.
They showing you what's really going on behind the scenes in Hollywood, and in that rich celebrity world. They showing you in this movie how these people get to where they at.
That goes back to predictive programming.
Exactly. Watch it, y'all. I'm telling you, it's called Him. H-I-M. That shit, that movie had us messed all the way up, man. I'm like, damn, they ain't hiding.
I'm gonna try to pull that up tonight.
Watch it, man. I'm telling you, it's a good movie. Watch it. For all y'all out there, watch it with spiritual eyes and ears. You know how the devil move. You're going to recognize all the symbolism. It's beyond obvious what they trying to do with this movie. They telling you, we ain't hiding no more. Yeah, we the devil. What you going to do? That's basically what they telling you in this movie. So in the beginning, Marlon Wayans, he went in all kind of championships. He's a quarterback. And then throughout the movie, they showing you how he got all his talents. Matter of fact, he made a bet with the young upstart quarterback. He told him, because they was doing some kind of competition. And Marlon Wayans told him, if you win, I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you a house, car, women, money, fame, whatever you want. He said, but if you lose, I get to take your youth. And the young upstart quarterback he laughed it off. He thought he was just playing. But he ended up winning the bet though. But I ain't gonna get no more way about it. Y'all watch that movie. Marlon Wayans is the devil's advocate in this movie. So you got anything else?
When you was talking about him offering that boy anything if he was to win that championship and all of that, that's pretty much how the devil did Yahushua.
Yeah.
When he took him on that mountain and tempted him, man. It says then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread. And he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord Yahweh. Then the devil taking him into the holy city and set him on a pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast himself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. This reminded me of this scripture because that's what he basically was telling this young man. Mm-hmm. That if you do all of this, what I'm telling you, I'm going to give you all of this.
Give you the world.
You see, and that's what selling your soul is, man. You give these people exactly what they want for riches, but they own you. You're not literally selling your soul. You're selling yourself and your integrity. Because your soul can't, that's Yahweh's property. He created that. But you can sell yourself, your integrity. And that's what they mean by selling your soul. But you people take that shit literally like, I'm just going to give him up my soul. Nigga, you a dead man if that come out of you.
Yeah, he did.
You a dead man if your soul come out of you. But you're selling yourself and your integrity and your morals. You do a lot of different things to get that dollar, man.
Exactly.
That's why I say the love of money is the root of all evil, man. When you love money, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it.
Revelation 18 goes into this. Yeah, it talks about the captivity of Israelites in America. It also talks about how America got rich. Not only through slavery in the fields, but slavery in Hollywood.
Yep.
So y'all don't understand. You don't have to have a gate around you to be in slavery. A lot of celebrities you idolize is in slavery right now.
Yeah, mentally, spiritually too. And
Spiritually.
Behind closed doors, man.
Listen to this. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 13. This is going to all the stuff America sold to get rich. Bought and sold.
Yeah.
And cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. Those are your Hollywood celebrities. Your rappers, your actors, your athletes, your musicians. Anybody that got a household name, their soul is bought and paid for. Esau got the receipts.
Snoop Dogg. Any household name.
Yeah, look at all these celebrities that died when they took the jab. They were serving their masters. And then when they died from the jab, the devil collected on his soul. I used you to get your people to take my poison. Now I don't need you no more. Get him off this earth before he tell on me. Just like that Edomite woman they just found dead. What was her name? Because right before that, she did an interview telling the world what these elites tried to do to her when she was 18. She said she got led to a room downstairs by a woman she trusted, and this woman led her to a room with a naked Edomite man in the bed, and she ran. And they caught her and tracked her down and took her back in there. She didn't call no names, but in a matter of time it would have came out. That's why they took her out. Before she started telling on these elites. Now you got to ask yourself, out of all these men that were convicted in these files, only one woman went to jail. No men. Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So that makes sense. But at the same time, they couldn't have her in these interviews running her mouth. She had to go. Esau don't like to be exposed. He like to do his wickedness in darkness. That's why anybody who tries to tell on him, they come up dead. It's no coincidence that on their rise to fame, before they got famous, Martin and Cat Williams was running down the street in the middle of the night naked, talking about they trying to kill me. Yeah, I remember all that. Dave Chappelle got he went to Africa, but he came back a totally different soul. His mama think they really killed him and replaced him with a clone, just like Gucci Mane. But y'all can say this conspiracy all you want to, but Esau been cloning people. That ain't nothing new.
If they can clone a sheep, they can clone a human, man.
They have.
And that's just point blank, period. Even with that selling your soul thing. You remember that? You know. But a lot of people out there don't know that song by Snoop Dogg, Murder Was the Case, that they gave me. I pulled up that part. And it says, basically a voice came to him. And it said, a voice spoke to me. And it slowly started saying, bring your lifestyle to me, and I'll make it better. And he said, how long would I live? And he said, eternal life and forever. And then Snoop said, oh, will I be the G that I was? And he said, I'll make your life better. And then you can imagine or even dream of. So relax your soul and let me take control. That's what these people do to these celebrities. They promise you these things. But you got to sign that paper. You got to sign your life over to them.
He wasn't the only one. DMX made a song like that called Damien. Y'all remember that off his first or second album? It's a song called Damien. And the whole song is about him talking back and forth with the devil. They negotiating his soul, the price of his soul. Listen to that song by DMX called Damien. And there's a lot of rappers. Eminem made a song talking about how he sold his soul. So this is nothing new. It's just been ignored and treated as a fairy tale.
What's your boy name? Illuminati want my soul and my body. Was that Prodigy?
Illuminati. That's Mobb Deep.
That's Mobb. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they took out P. P started exposing these people. Prodigy from Mobb Deep, yeah. That was my boy. A lot of rappers have died exposing these people. A lot of celebrities in period, have died exposing these people. If you don't play ball, you're going to get dealt with. These people just ain't going to let you have all this money and you out here running your mouth.
Facts.
They have to have some type of control over you. So they'll lure you to that fantasy island and record you doing wickedness. And hold that over your head.
Kip said a guy named K Reno made a song called $1 Million Slave, talking about the same thing.
Exactly. See these rappers telling you in their own way.
Without saying too much, or they get put under.
Shit, way before that, Public Enemy. Burn Hollywood Burn. Y'all remember that song? Some of y'all might not be old enough to remember it. But go back to that Public Enemy album, and the name of the album right there, Fear of a Black Planet. That's the name of the album. And they got a song
man.
on there with Ice Cube called Burn Hollywood Burn. So these people been telling you in their own ways. You just choose to dismiss it as conspiracy. They've been telling you what's been going on in Hollywood. Y'all just been ignoring the message. And this Edomite chick that just came up dead this week, that's a testament to that yeah, it's real. So y'all can ignore the signs all you want to. When Esau shows his true horns, you ain't gonna have nobody to blame but yourself for ignoring the warnings, ignoring the prophecies, ignoring the prophets. Now your blood gonna be on your own hands. And you will have no hedge of protection from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah whatsoever, because you chose to ignore his warning. Now you gotta pay with the sting of death. And hey, maybe you'll get it right when you're reborn into the kingdom.
Exactly.
But on this side, if you continue to ignore the warnings, the prophecies, and the prophets, you a dead man walking.
Yeah, you ain't ready for the said perils that's getting ready to come upon your lifestyle, partner.
Y'all will be all right though.
He got it.
So I hope this lesson was edifying. We're going to end this by saying,
all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Until next time, Shalom and Abba Ball.
Shalom.
Yasharallah, man.
Baba Bar, Kwam Yasharallah.
I want to do something real quick.
That was a good ass lesson. We went in on their ass. Yeah, that recently, that woman, because Rihanna asked me, she was like, did you ever watch Bring It Home? I'm like, no, I remember.